Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Bonkekook here, aka the Lonely Achievement God, and today we are continuing our pause glitch playthrough of Wilmot's Warehouse. That also shows off how to reroll deliveries whenever we get to it. As I said in part 1, and I put a lot of information in part 1, starting at this point, I probably will be going silent quite often if there is not a delivery that contains new items to point out what groupings you should be grabbing, or an upgrade screen. Then I'm not going to be commentating over all of the sorting that goes on. There's just no reason for that. So these next couple of playthroughs will be far more silent than the first. And again, we're not changing anything. We're going through the same way we were. I will be skipping service phases, using the delivery phases to sort, and then skipping ahead to the next month. So when there is something worth mentioning, I will pop back in. Okay, we got the pocket knife, which is part of the hardware grouping, but we already have that achievement. The yellow and blue tile that just came in is apparently a cheese slicer. So we need to grab that for the cheese grouping, and that is it. So, however, that blue spiky thing that just came in, I'm going to pull that off to the side as well, because it may be related to a grouping, and I want to test my theory. I had 3 of the items for the dog. Oh, this would be our second achievement for item 48, second story achievement. I had 3 of the dog items in a pile on the ground, and I had the dog achievement pop, but I didn't have a 4th dog item as related to all of the groupings I had seen people post online and all the tiles. So I don't know if the game just glitched on me, or if there may be another tile that belongs to the dog grouping. And so I'm going to pull off that yellow ball, because maybe that's the one I missed. I'm not sure. Officially, I do not consider that part of the dog group, but I'm also kind of using this just to test to see if it gets to the point where we get enough dog items to check. Which we might not. Same thing with checking the sun in the astronomy grouping. You just never know what's going to happen playthrough to playthrough. That's why I have so many guides on my channel for this game. Okay, move on. The lock is part of the hardware grouping, and nothing else there is important. Just a couple of quick notes. All of the rest of these parts will be significantly faster. Probably 15 to 20 minutes. Also, I have turned off the music. I actually really enjoy the music. Unfortunately, with all the copyright claim stuff going on, I didn't want anything to get claimed. So I have removed the music, and I will probably be removing the game music from every video that I make for that reason. the purple bug that just came in is part of the insect grouping, so we will grab that and pop that achievement. And then we'll come sort the rest of this delivery. So that pill is part of the amateur pharmacist. And that tree on an island there is the arboretum. So we will grab both of those. We're going to be coming up to the next upgrade phase here, and as I said last video, I believe it was in the last video, everything's kind of blending together. I purchased this speedy upgrade. We don't really have any reason to increase our carry limit here. We're not lifting anything more than 6 blocks anyways. The only thing it would do is it might make you move slightly faster, but it will also use up stars that are better served getting rid of the pillars as we work our way through the game. So I just purchased the speedy. It's cheaper and lets you move faster. Overall, you get a dash that oh, what's the word for it? It recovers very quickly. There's not a lot of wait time in between using them. I know there's a term for that and I can't think of it right now. I apologize. As you can see, that unlocked all of the pillar upgrades. This is the exact upgrade path you would follow to get to the dungarees. After this point, you would purchase all 6 of the pillars, and then the dungarees would be made available. We won't make it quite to that point. I think we'll get 5 of the pillars done before the end, but I can't remember for certain. And now we can dash. I feel like going through the beginning of these games, I move super slow because I've become so used to using the dash speed around. So I feel so much better now. Just like Wilmot, he gets so happy when you dash. Okay, moving on. So we got the telescope. I don't know if that's the right term for how big that is, but telescope, Saturn, a wheel. 3 of those are related to groupings. An observatory, maybe? I don't know. See, we got this. Where was the sun? So we're going to put that there. I don't think I have any of the wheels yet. So we're going to get our 3 astronomy items over there. Well, we're hoping that the sun is part of the astronomy grouping. I guess we'll find out, but... There's a cheese wheel. That would go into the hardware grouping, but we already completed that. And that is a pill, or tablet, or whatever, for the amateur pharmacist. We got 2 more that came in. There's 68 items and a 3rd story achievement, obviously. As I've said, I already had some of these unlocked, so they might not all pop on screen. Cheese was up there, pharmacist is there. We go back down. Just like on the other side. Nothing we can purchase. Okay, so we are going to skip a couple of deliveries here. I did say this earlier, but I let the deliveries build up so they're level up here now, so we can sort to the left and right easier. And since we're not doing a whole lot to the deliveries, it doesn't really make a difference that we're leaving some of the items just sitting in the middle. So all you do now is just check to make sure none of the items are grouping items. That last one is the brush, but it is for the hardware grouping, so we don't need to grab it. And you just immediately skip ahead. And we will check what we got. That is also for the hardware grouping. And nothing else is important. And that'll bring us to the end of year 2 of Wilmot's warehouse. We have enough to get rid of 1 pillar. I recommend you start with the pillars at the bottom. You can move this many blocks at a time, it just takes a while. I don't know if it's, considerably faster to just move one row at a time. It might be. But it's also kind of fun. Okay, ladies and gents, that is the end of part 2. I will see you guys back here in part 3. I do appreciate you guys taking a look at my content. And we'll continue this in a little bit in part